Hey guys, what's up? Mike here again, another video, second video of the night. I don't know if this will be the last one, but probably definitely doing this. So I'm gonna be reviewing Wolverine the X-Men number 9. Um, the first Wolverine the X-Men tie-in to Avengers versus X-Men, which is Avengers versus X-Men is gonna be strictly kept between the Avenger books, the X-Men books, and one spin-off, AVX versus just versus. So this book basically is Wolverine's choice between should he be an X-Man or should he fight for the X-Men or should he fight for the Avengers. This book is actually I guess this book is a little bit better than last issue. I didn't really like the last issue because they took away the focus from the students, which is why which is the most interesting part of Wolverine the X-Men. I felt that if you focus on the students, you focus on the kids growing up in the school that Wolverine built, the book will be a lot more entertaining and interesting than if you just focus on, the adults who are really just could care less about some of them. But this book is a nice level. There's a lot of character development, a lot of interesting notions. So it starts off on Planet Sin. If you remember Planet Sin, that's the world, the gambling planet that Wolverine visited and the kids went to visit, and you see people betting on a planet planets being destroyed, and you see that they're betting on which planets the Phoenix Force is going to destroy, um, and they're watching the Phoenix Force advance. Obviously, it's advancing towards Earth. I don't think they know that, but we then go see to the school, and you see Hank and Wolverine, Beast and Wolverine in the jungle room, hanging out, just chilling, after their shenanigans that they've gone through. Wolverine having his legs just broken, Henry Hank Beast getting fighting Sabretooth in space. So the computer goes off and Beast says, we gotta get dressed. Something's coming. Something I never thought we'd have to face again. Um, and then you see someone advance towards the school, and um, you see an explanation of what the Phoenix Force is, explained to by explained as by Edie or ID Edie. She's one of the new mutants that was born. Part of Hope. I guess Generation Hope. She has the ability to shoot fire and ice. She's giving a report on the Phoenix Force and what it is, and she basically giving a report. And then you see Broodling, probably one of the best characters ever created. One of my favorite characters. Give his report on why he should be allowed to join the Nova Corps. And you see the man advancing to school. It's Captain America, and he walks in, and he's sort of surprised that the school's so nice. Well, he doesn't know the school's essentially a giant danger room. So, their danger room just randomly starts. Your danger room exam has begun. They start throwing spike balls. The floor erupts with spikes. They should start shooting missiles at him. Tentacles come out, and Wolverine hasn't got tells him they haven't gotten all the bugs out. He overrides it, and Captain America gets a B minus for his danger room report or exam, and he's confused, like B minus, really? So Cap shows up and tells him, I wish I was here for better circumstances. Then you see Warbird. She's a Shi'ar guardian. She's Kid Gladiator's guardian, I guess, and a Shi'ar warrior. Um, and she's meditating at the school, and she gets a transmission from space from the Shi'ar homeworld, and it's Gladiator, Kid Gladiator's father, and you can sort of see it's staticky and broken up, but he's basically saying the Phoenix Force is coming to evacuate the planet or the school, protect my son, but she can't hear it, and they lose connection. We then move on to flying class, and you see Kid Gladiator. He's another awesome character. I actually really love Kid Gladiator as a character. He has this arrogance about him. No, but at the same time, I guess like just because of the way he's grown up on the Shi'ar homeworld, where strength, I guess, and just power is everything. And he's the son of Gladiator, one of the most powerful people in the universe. Gladiator's essentially Superman. Without the laser beams, I think, and the freeze breath. But he could do so many things, and he's descended from royalty, I guess. I think Gladiator's currently the king of the Shi'ar. whatever. But Killgear is such a fun character. He's so crazy. Just um this he's just so like crazy with this. I should be doing this. And I guess he grows out of that, but at this point in time, he's just a kid, and this is what I like about the book. This you're showing the kids interact. So you see, there it's flying class, and he's explaining how he should be in charge of teaching everyone how to fly. He also thinks they should be in charge of ethics and cosmology and all things involving punching. And Cannonball tells him that he's just here to show them how to use a jetpack and without crashing into stuff. And Quinn Quire, he's sort of, he's being the smart guy like he is. Cannonball's specialty is flying headfirst into things. And Sam is just like, no questions until the end of class. So you see them fly, and Cannonball's trying to have a conversation with his sister Husk about her powers. You can see throughout the book, every time you see Husk, her powers are acting up. She's having troubles controlling them. Her skin's always falling off, and she doesn't want to talk about it. Well, you see Quinn Quire, he talks to Genesis and calls him Kid Apocalypse. And Genesis doesn't, know that he's clone Apocalypse. He's, what do you say? Well, then you see the psychics in the school, Rachel Gray and Quinn Quire, they have a attack. They get a mental assault. They sense something, and they before they fall into a coma, they say it's coming. You see them fall. Kid Omega, he's falling out the sky. Toad actually saves him. Has this pretty cute moment with Husk. He's just the janitor, and he's like, "I'll get back to cleaning. Sorry." And Husk thanks him for saving him, and they have this really cute moment where I'm Paige, call me Paige, and he's call me Mortimer, and Quinn Quire is just like either Cyclops was right or we're all gonna die. So you see Cap talk to Beast about the Phoenix Force, and he's sending a team of Avengers to try to stop it, and Beast volunteers. And Wolverine explains what's the situation. The Mutant Messiah is hope, and Cyclops. Even though the Phoenix Force is rebirth and destruction and rebirth, Cyclops is focusing on the rebirth part. And Wolverine believes, like, I don't know if she's the Messiah, but she's a 16-year-old girl with her, in over her head. She doesn't know what this thing is, and Cyclops asks, like, if you will you fight with me? Will you stand with me? And Wolverine's like, I don't. You're asking me to. You don't know what you're asking me. You're asking me to fight the X-Men. Uh, no, not just against Cyclops, but the X-Men. And Cyclops says, I'm not asking you to fight against the X-Men. I'm asking you to help save the world. Regardless of who you're fighting. So you see, Wolverine and Kitty talk. All the psychics are in comas, and they're like, it's coming, and she knows it's the Phoenix Force. It's just a rumor, and Wolverine's like, gather the staff. We have something to talk about. And then you see Wolverine walk outside to the statue of Jean Grey, because it's the Jean Grey School of Higher Learning, and he sees Edie out there, and she's having lunch. She likes eating with her friends and all, but she still likes to be in the quiet. And he asks her how she's doing, and she says, can you keep this a secret? But I like this place. I think it's probably a sin, but she can't help liking this place. This school where they're not soldiers, they're students, they're kids. And Wolverine says, don't worry, I won't tell anyone, and don't tell anyone this, but I like it here too. And Wolverine, you see a meeting with the teachers or the faculty, and Wolverine tells them, the Phoenix is coming. Captain America is sending a team into space, and I'm joining the team going to Utopia to go get Hope. And it's Wolverine's responsibility to protect the school, and no matter what, I'm doing that. You guys stay here and do that. I'm gonna go over there. And then you see Beast explain, why Wolverine refused to get close to Hope, why she refused to be nice to Hope, because he knew that someday, if she was the Messiah, if the Phoenix Force came to her and she did go dark, he would have to kill her. Just like, oh, that was the only option. And Beast like wants to tell her, like, she's only a kid, and he's like, there's more than one child's life here. Go into space, stop it, and you don't have to worry about it. So you see You see Wolverine head off into the Shield helicarrier, helicarrier, and you see Karma, who can see the future. That's her power. I think it no, not Karma. Blindfold. That's her name. Blindfold. She can see the future, and she's crying. So something's bad's gonna happen. And then you see Planet Sin again, and you see taking bets, and everyone's betting on Earth. Like the Phoenix Forces destroy Earth, and you see the Shi'ar homeworld. Gladiators telling them, they found the Phoenix Force too, and now it's time for them to move. They're gonna send someone to go. They're gonna send people to Earth to kill the host, to prevent the Phoenix Force from finding a host, and just so it returns into space and does its own thing. And Gladiator says, may the X-Men forgive me for all I'm done, and he decides to head to Earth to save Kid Gladiator. That's how the issue ends. So all in all, a way better issue than last week. Last week, as I said, focused a little too much on Beast and his bullshit and his silly, him fighting Sabretooth in space, which is, I mean, if you liked it, you liked it. I personally didn't like it just because I felt that the book should be more about the kids, and the school. If they flipped as I said last week, if my other review, if you flip the focus of the book and you focus more on the kids and had Beast as a side story, I think it'd be a lot better, personally. But this issue, did a lot. It showed off a lot of the kids, a lot of their personalities, and it also showed off a lot of character development. And it showed Wolverine and why he's doing this, why he's willing to face his family. Stand with the Avengers. Even though Captain America is one of his friends, for a long time, they fought together in the World War II. Um, they've been together a long time, and no, he's willing to step up, to protect his school, and one of the students he's built this school for likes it there. The one that has been damaged because of Cyclops and Cyclops's actions of treating these kids like soldiers. He's just he's gonna gut up, he's gonna man up, and make his choice of I'm gonna go to Utopia, and if worse comes to worse, I will kill this girl to protect not only the world but these students who that he made such Schism was about him and Cyclops going at it, and he split up the X-Men, built this school. So it's nice to see this development of Wolverine. That despite being Wolverine, we all there's a lot of baggage he has. He's prioritizing what's important, which is protecting that school and those students that he made this place for. Um, Other than that, solid story by Jason Aaron, art by Chris Bachalo, great artwork. His Captain America looks a little weird, around the face area, but otherwise, it's really solid artwork. Not nothing too sloppy. He does a great job in all the characters. I really love the way he draws his Wolverine. He's very short, stocky. Yeah, yeah, I really like his art, Chris Bacall. It's a great book. Great artwork. Other than that, not much else to say. Really looking forward to how Wolverine the X-Men plays out. Um, and I'm also really interested in if the Phoenix Force is actually. I mean, it's been hinted and it's in like that. It's gonna go to Hope, but there are already so many people that have ties to the Phoenix Force. Nate Gray, Nathan Summers, Cable. He's Jean Grey's son. Why went the Phoenix Force go to him? He's no Mega level mutant. You got Nate Gray, X-Man. He's around. He's Jean Grey's son, sorta. He's sort of. He's a clone of Nate Summers. You got Rachel Gray. Summers. Jean Grey's daughter, Cyclops' daughter. Um, let's see. And yeah, Quentin Quire. He's hosted the Phoenix Force. There's so many people who's hosted the Phoenix Force. I want to see why is picking Hope. I mean, she has an interesting power, which is mimicry. She's like Rogue, but she doesn't have to touch you. Um, she's more like for those who watch Hero, she's like Peter Petrelli. He's like a sponge. He can mimic your power by being next to you. I think Hope is the same way. Once she's been next to you, she can mimic your power forever. I think the efficiency rating of her power mimicry is like 80%, something like that. So it's 80% as good as everyone else. I might be wrong. I don't know. I know that's her about I what she does is right. I don't know how efficient she is with their powers. It's really random. I never see her actually use her powers. Um, so other than that, not much to say. I'm giving Wolverine X Men number was it 9? I think. So that'd be a 4 out of 5. It's a really solid book, great book. Why it doesn't get a 5? I don't like giving 5s just randomly unless like it blows my mind. Didn't blow my mind, but it was a solid book. It did a great job. So thanks for watching, guys. I have a couple more stuff coming up soon, but have a good night if you watch this tonight, and have a good time. Almost a weekend. Um, Avengers comes out in like 3 weeks. So get hyped for that. I'm probably gonna be doing a review of that movie the day I see it, the night I see it. I'm gonna come back and do a review. Really looking forward to the Avengers. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good night and a great weekend.